The next thing I want to show you is the radiant stitches. So these are another technique in this same menu, and they are on menu 8.6. The neat thing about the radiant stitches is that you can have them stitch in any direction. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to choose this one with the little, looks like stars on them, or almost like candle wicking. I'm going to check my foot recommendations, and I do need to change foot. I have the number 8 foot on, and I'm going to change to foot number 2, which also does not use the IDT, so I can just pop that on. Put my thread through into the back, and it does recommend using stabilizer, which I've done. It's also a good idea to draw a line where you want your stitches to go. So I've done kind of a curve here with the idea that this could go around a neckline or something like that. Okay, so it's very important to activate needle down for this and to use the start stop button. And I'm going to start out by stitching along my line. So I need to line that up with my foot there. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and press start stop. And then the next thing I can do is turn my fabric, and I want to line my line up with the edges, with the red lines on the foot. So I'm going to try to get my line to line up on that, and I'm going to press start stop. And then it stitches that decorative stitch and comes back to the line. So I'm going to go ahead and line the middle line of my foot up with my blue line that I have marked on my fabric. Let it stitch the next stitches. I'm going to turn it this way, line up my feet, or line up my line with the lines, parallel lines on the number foot 2. I'm going to press start stop. And then I can just keep going that way. Now, if I want, I can go the other direction, but since I'm doing this with the idea that this is a neckline, I don't want to be stitching into that section. So I'm going to line this up and press start stop. And I'm going to turn it back around, line it up with my middle line, turn again. And I can angle these really any way I want to, but I'm using that line to kind of try to get them all radiating out from the circle. Back to my center line, turn it back, line up the line, my drawn lines with the side lines. And so the creative possibilities with these stitches are really all out there. You can do all kinds of things with this. So line it back up and keep stitching. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop there. But you get the idea. You can really make some beautiful, my cutter didn't work, so I'm going to show you how to fix that here in a minute. Something's probably caught in there. But that's how the radiant stitches work. See how you can get them lined up so they can go around any kind of curved shape if you want, or a straight line as well. And again, you can go either way. I went this direction because I wanted it to look like a neckline. Okay, so let's get in here and see if I can figure out why my thread didn't cut. I'm going to pop open my bobbin case and pull up my stitch plate. These kinds of things happen, and so sometimes what will happen is the thread will get caught somehow in that cutter. So it's a good idea just to get in there and pull that out and make sure I don't have anything else caught in there, and I don't. It looks pretty good. You can even pull the cutter bar away and check back in here to see if you've got something else cut. Make sure you cut that protective cover, or pull that back when you've checked in there. And then I'm going to pull my bobbin thread back in here to make sure I don't get it caught somewhere. Put my stitch plate back on. Put the bobbin cover back on. and I'm ready to go again.